Welcome students in mathematics lecture. In the last lecture, we solved some examples on cofactors and adjoint of matrix. Now today, we solve examples on inverse of matrix by adjoint method and elementary transformation method. One by one, we solve the examples. So, first example, find the inverse of matrix. We have given 2 by 2 matrix, -1, 5, -3, 2 by the adjoint method. Here our aim to find the inverse of matrix by using the adjoint method. So first of all, we see whether the inverse of matrix is exist or not. And for that we require determinant value. So first we denote this given matrix by A. Let A be the given matrix. Now determinant A, it is determinant -1, 5, -3, 2. It is equal to -2 plus 15, which is equal to 13. We observe it is non-zero. Since this value of determinant is non-zero, A is non-singular and therefore A inverse is exist. Because we know the inverse of non-singular matrix is exist only. Now, first we find the adjoint matrix, and for that we require cofactor of each element. So, for given matrix A, A11 is equal to -1 raised to 1 plus 1 into M11. It is M11. M11 is the determinant obtained by deleting first row, first column. That means it is determinant 2 and it is equal to 2. A12 is equal to -1 raised to 1 plus 2 into M12. It is equal to minus M12, which is equal to minus of determinant obtained by deleting first row, second column, means it is -3. So minus of determinant -3. Now value of determinant -3 is -3. So here minus minus becomes +3. A21 is equal to -1 raised to 2 plus 1 into M21. It is minus M21. M21 is the determinant obtained by deleting second row, first column. Means it is determinant 5. So minus of determinant 5, it is -5. A22 is equal to -1 raised to 2 plus 2 into M22. It is M22. M22 is the determinant obtained by deleting second row, second column. So it is determinant -1. And value of determinant -1 is -1. Now using these cofactors, we write matrix of cofactor and then adjoint matrix. And so here matrix of cofactors C is equal to A11, A12, A21, A22. It is equal to the matrix 2, 3, -5, -1. This is our matrix of cofactors. And from this matrix of cofactors, we get adjoint A. Adjoint A is what? C transpose. Means we replace these rows as a column in that. And so adjoint A is equal to C transpose. It is equal to the matrix 2, -5, 3, -1. Here the first column of matrix C becomes first row and second column of matrix C becomes second row. And this is the adjoint of matrix A. Now once we get here adjoint A, we can find the A inverse by using adjoint method. So we know that, or we have A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant A into adjoint A. Put here the corresponding values. Determinant A is 13 and adjoint A is this matrix. So it is equal to 1 upon 13 multiplied by the matrix 2 minus 5, 3 minus 1. This is our required inverse of given matrix. Now see the second example. Find the inverse of matrix A. It is 3 by 3 matrix. 1 2 3 1 1 5 1 4 7 by adjoint method again. So first we find the determinant A. In the solution, determinant A is equal to determinant 1 2 3 1 1 5 2 4 7. How solve this determinant of order 3? We know, we study it in 11th standard. So it is equal to 1 multiplied by 7 minus 20 minus 2 multiplied by 7 minus 10 plus 3 multiplied by 4 minus 2. It is equal to minus 13. Here minus 3 into minus 2, it is plus 6, and here 2 into 3 is plus 6, means minus 13 plus 6 plus 6. It is equal to minus 1, and this is non-zero, and therefore A inverse is exists because A is non-singular matrix. Now we find cofactors of each element. So first A11 is equal to M11. It is here 7 minus 20. It is minus 13. A12 is equal to minus M12. M12 is obtained by deleting first row, second column. It is 7 minus 10. So minus of 7 minus 10, it is minus of minus 3, it is 3. A13 is equal to M13. M13 is the determinant obtained by deleting first row, third column. So it is 4 minus 2, 2. Now we find cofactors for each element in second row. So first A21 is equal to minus M21. M21 is the determinant obtained by deleting second row, first column. So it is 14 minus 12, it is 2. But because of this minus sign, we get minus 2. A22 is equal to M22. M22 is the determinant obtained by deleting second row, second column. And it is determinant 1 3 2 7, that is 7 minus 6, it is 1. A23, it is equal to minus M23. M23 is the determinant obtained by deleting second row, third column, and so the value of determinant is minus of 4 minus 4, it is 0. These are the cofactors of each element in second row. Now we find cofactors of each element in third row. So A31 is equal to M31. M31 is the determinant obtained by deleting third row, first column. It is 10 minus 3, 7. A32, it is minus M32. M32 is the determinant obtained by deleting third row, second column. So it is minus of 5 minus 3. It is minus 2. A33 is equal to M33. M33 is the determinant obtained by deleting third row, third column. It is equal to 1 minus 2 minus 1. These are all the cofactors of each elements in matrix A. Now we know adjoint A is equal to transpose of matrix of cofactors, means it is the matrix A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A13, A23, A33. Now here we put the corresponding values that we find in previous slide. I write here that values again for our simplicity. Here I write these values and I put now these values in this matrix, that is in adjoint A, and therefore adjoint A is here minus 13 minus 2 7, 3 1 minus 2, 2 0 minus 1. These are the values. Here I put that values. Now once we get adjoint A, we find the inverse. So we have A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant A into adjoint A. Now we know value of determinant A is minus 1. So put that value and value of adjoint A here. So A inverse is equal to 1 upon minus 1 into the matrix. Now 1 upon minus 1 means minus 1. If we multiply each element of this matrix by minus 1, we get A inverse. So A inverse is equal to the matrix 13 2 minus 7 minus 3 minus 1 2 minus 2 0 1. This is the inverse of given matrix A by using the adjoint method. Now example number 3. Find the inverse of matrix. We have given 3 by 3 matrix 1 2 3 minus 1 1 2 1 2 4 by elementary transformations. Elementary row transformations we have to find by using row transformation. So first of all, denote this matrix by A. Let A is equal to the given matrix. Now we see whether the inverse of matrices exist or not. So for that we find determinant A is equal to the determinant 1 2 3 minus 1 1 2 1 2 4. It is equal to 1 into 4 minus 4 minus 2 into minus 4 minus 2 plus 3 into minus 2 minus 1. It is equal to 0. Here we get minus 6 into 2 plus 12. 3 into minus 3 minus 9 means 12 minus 9, it is 3, which is non-zero. Therefore A is non-singular matrix and so the inverse exists. Now since here we have to find the inverse of matrix by using elementary row transformation. To find the inverse using elementary row transformation, we consider the relation A inverse is equal to I. So consider A inverse is equal to I. And to get A inverse, we apply row transformations on this matrix A to reduce it in identity matrix, and simultaneously the same row transformation will apply on matrix I in the RHS. So put here value of A and I in RHS. So here I put the values of A and I. We get this relation. Now reduce this to identity matrix. Here already 1 is there, so first we convert these two elements to 0 by using the row transformation R2 plus R1 and R3 minus R1. Okay. Make here correction. Here is the plus R1. R2 plus R1. Make here correction, students. So we get here the matrix 1 2 3, first row as it is, minus 1 plus 1 0, 1 plus 2 3, 2 plus 3 5. Now R3 minus R1. So 1 minus 1 0, 2 minus 2 0, 4 minus 3 1. A inverse as it is equal to same transformations apply on RHS. So first row as it is 1 0 0, there is change in second row R2 plus R1. So 0 plus 1 1, 1 plus 0 1, 0 plus 0 0. Now R3 minus R1. So 0 minus 1 minus 1, 0 minus 0 0, 1 minus 0 1. Now in the next step we require here 1, but we can't convert it to 1 easily. Since here already here is 1, so we can easily reduce these two elements to 0 first. So I reduce these elements to 0 first here, applying the row transformation. So by here R1 minus 3 R3 and R2 minus 5 R3. So by R1 minus 3 R3 and R2 minus 5 R3. Means there is change in first row and second row, third row as it is. Now see the first row, 1 minus 0 1, 2 minus 0 2, 3 minus 3 0. Now R2, 0 minus 0 0, 3 minus 0 0, 5 minus 5 1. Sorry, here 5 minus 5 0, and this third row as it is. A inverse keep as it is equal to in RHS, apply the same transformation. So 1 minus minus plus 3 4, 0 minus 0, 0, 0 minus 3, minus 3. Again apply this transformation in R2. So 1 minus minus 5 means 1 plus 5, 6. 1 minus 0, 1. 0 minus 5, minus 5. This third row as it is here. Now here I write the same step again, because we have to apply the next transformation to reduce this to identity matrix. Now here convert this element to 1 by using the row transformation R2 minus R1. Sorry, 1 upon 3. If we take here R2 minus R1, this 0 becomes non-zero again here. So I apply here the transformation 1 by 3 R2, means we divide second row by 3. So there is no change in first and third row, there is only change in second row. So here we get 1, 2, 0, first row as it is. Second row dividing by 3 we get 0, 1, 0, and third row as it is. A inverse is equal to, again there is change in second row, first third row as it is. Second row becomes 6 upon 3 to 1 by 3 and minus 5 by 3. Now reduce this element to 0 by applying the row transformation R1 minus 2 R2. So there is change in first row, 1 minus 1, 1 minus 0, 1, 2 minus 2, 0, and 0 minus 0, 0. Second and third row as it is. A inverse is equal to, apply same transformation in RHS. In R1 there is change. So 4 minus 4, 0. 0 minus 2 into 1 by 3 means minus 2 by 3. Minus 3 minus minus becomes 10 by 3. It is 1 by 3. Second row, third row as it is. Now again here in LHS we get the identity matrix. So I A inverse is equal to the RHS as it is. Now identity matrix into any matrix is the matrix itself. So here we get I into A inverse, it is A inverse, and A inverse is equal to this matrix. This is the A inverse. If hence here if we take 1 by 3 as a common factor from this matrix, here we get 1 upon 3 multiplied by now element change in first row 0 minus 2 1, here 6 1 minus 5 minus 3 0 3. This is the inverse of given matrix by using elementary row transformations. Now the next example, find the inverse of matrix A. Here 3 by 3 matrix, cos theta minus sin theta 0, sin theta cos theta 0, 0 0 1 by elementary column transformation. Here we have to use the column transformation to find A inverse. So first we find determinant A. Determinant A is equal to determinant of given matrix. It is equal to cos theta multiplied by cos theta minus 0. Minus minus becomes plus sin theta multiplied by sin theta minus 0. Plus 0 into something is 0. So here we get cos square theta plus sin square theta. It is equal to 1, which is not equal to 0. So A is non-singular matrix and hence A inverse is exists. Since we find here inverse by using elementary column transformation, so we consider A inverse A is equal to I. Put here value of A and I. So A inverse into given matrix A is equal to identity matrix of order 3. Now we perform column transformations to reduce this matrix A to the identity matrix, and same column transformation we applied in RHS. So here I repeat the step in the previous slide. Now here first we apply the column transformation to this column 1. We multiply the column 1 by cos theta. So by cos theta into C1. There is change in first column, second and third column as it is here. So A inverse multiplied by, if we multiply by cos theta, Here we get cos square theta, sin theta into cos theta, 0 in the first column. Second and third column as it is equal to. The same transformation will apply in RHS. So here we get in the first column cos theta 0, 0 and second, third column as it is. Now to get here 1, we know cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. And so we perform the column transformation on C1 again. Now C1 minus sin theta into C2, because this minus minus becomes plus. And so here by C1 minus sin theta into C2, we get A inverse multiplied by the matrix. Here we get cos square theta plus sin square theta. Here sin theta into cos theta minus sin theta into cos theta, 0. This is first column. Second and third column again as it is equal to. The same transformation apply in RHS. So cos theta, here 0 minus sin theta is sin theta and 0 minus 0 is 0. Second and third column as it is again. Now here we know cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1 and this value is 0. So now this becomes A inverse multiplied by the matrix column wise 1, 0, 0 minus sin theta cos theta 0, third column 0, 0, 1 is equal to, again column wise the matrix is cos theta minus sin theta 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Now again I consider the previous step again here. Now here we apply the next column transformation as C2 plus sin theta into C1, means there is change in second column, first and third column as it is. So A inverse multiplied by first column 1, 0, 0. Now second column C2 plus sin theta into C1, means minus sin theta plus sin theta, 0, cos theta minus 0, cos theta, 0 minus 0, 0. Third column as it is equal to, again here first column as it is. Now there is change in second column. So 0 plus sin theta into cos theta, it is sin theta into cos theta. 1 minus sin theta into sin theta, means 1 minus sin square theta. We know 1 minus sin square theta is cos square theta. So here we get cos square theta. And 0 minus 0, 0. Third column as it is. Now our aim to reduce here 1. This cos theta is reduced to 1 by dividing second column by 1. So by 1 upon cos theta into C2. So we get A inverse into, now here we get the identity matrix if we divide C2 by cos theta, is equal to, now there is change in C2 again in RHS. So first column as it is, second column is cos theta get cancelled, we remains with sin theta, here cos theta and 0. Means in RHS column wise we get the matrix as cos theta minus sin theta 0, second column sin theta cos theta 0, third column 0, 0, 1. Means here now here we get A inverse into I is equal to the matrix. Now A inverse into identity matrix is A inverse, and hence we get A inverse is equal to, I read row wise, cos theta sin theta 0 minus sin theta cos theta 0, 0, 0, 1. This is the inverse of given matrix A by using column transformation. These are some examples on A inverse, means inverse of matrix. Now in the next lecture we see the application of matrices. So see you again in our next lecture.